more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, y'all, your boys back here focusing on Alabama's rushing defense. If Bama's rushing defense is as porous as it was against Ole Miss going against Georgia, it could be a long day for them Crimson Tide folk for real. That was to me was mind-blowing just for the simple standpoint that, right, it's Bama. It is Alabama. Some of the most talented, you can argue the most talented roster in all of college football. Obviously, Georgia, Alabama, pretty much maybe a six in one hand, half a dozen on the other, right? So with that being said, you could knock me over with a feather if you told me up front with LeBron Ray, Fidarian Mathis, TJ Dale, Chris Allen, Will Anderson, Drew Sanders, Dylan Moses, right? All these guys that you have at Alabama could be that porous against the run, right? We've seen them get diced throughout the history of the program as far as with Nick Saban being there. Texas A&M way back in the day and stuff like that. They don't recruit or develop elite cornerbacks, well, at least not all at the same time like they've done, right? That's always been an Achilles heel of them. But as far as the front goes, never had a problem. Never had a problem. Always the best run defense in the country. Just what Georgia is looking like right now. That's usually what Alabama is. So what gives? What gives, right? I don't think that Georgia's offensive line is as good as it was in previous years past. We've seen them have trouble running the ball in certain instances against Tennessee. Tennessee has a very good front in its own right, but nothing like what you think Alabama could be like if it reaches its potential. So Ole Miss, right? We can go in and look at some of this stuff right here against Ole Miss. Ole Miss's ability to threaten the ball vertically, to me, made Alabama a little vulnerable, if we want to say, right? Definitely vulnerable. Definitely a little bit of community loving going on amongst that front, right? Everybody was getting a turn running through that Alabama front. So we all know what community is loving is about, right? But check this out right here. So if we look at this, all right, first, what do we have going on here? I think it's going to be a split zone, right? It's going to be a split zone with some rocket motion here. I believe maybe Ely, one of the wide receivers here. Split zone here, zone flow. You already know what's going on there. So, and they're running out of pistol. Some of the young guys here, like a Will Anderson, a Malachi Moore, some of the more inexperienced players, even like a Daniel Wright and all these guys, even though he's a little older, just the inexperience there. Eventually, I believe they'll get it together, but they would need to get it together for this particular game in general because I think that Georgia is still piloted by the run. It's not nowhere near Ole Miss through the air, not as aggressive, not as talented through the air, with the quarterback being as though Matt Corral is just perfect for that type of scheme, right? A little bit different, still piloted by the run, so they're going to need to be able to have and maintain gap abstinence. So look at this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think Chris Allen over here and Dylan Moses. This is a strong safety Jordan battle here. So working with like sub-package, dime personnel types, spreading them out and everything like that, is that something Georgia could replicate? Is it? I mean, you got to let me know, right? That could be something that Georgia could replicate, then that would be crazy if we were to check it out right here. All right, see the motion? Boom, rocket. Boom, look at that. Unable to maintain gap abstinence. We see right here, going against, got double-double at the point of attack. Will Anderson battling right here. Definitely needs to maintain his ground, right? The stand your ground laws here. He gets washed away like rain on the inside. There's a clear breach out there. Same thing right here. Now these guys are getting sealed off. Great job by Mingo here. Off to the races with Snoop Connor. Course, ran down by Dylan Moses like everybody. Dylan Moses with those rundowns like LeBron James with those chase downs, right? We could do a highlight off that. But as you see right there, running against light boxes. Can Georgia do that? Put 10 personnel on the field and force those boys to man up. All right, here's another thing. Is there tempo in Georgia's playbook? Like you see right here, Ole Miss was killing them with tempo. Of course, you know Lane Kiffin's able to work that heat, tempo, pace. But look at everybody right here for Alabama. A lot of inexperience going on right there, right? A lot of great players, but just a lot of inexperience. Nobody knowing where to go. Got Ben Davis out here, right? He's in his 17th year of college football. You got Pete Golden up there, right? He like the master of panic. He don't know what the hell's going on, right? They're like, Coach Golden, what do we do? He's like, ah! Why are you panic? You just scream and shit like that. Like, it don't even make sense to me. But if you see right here, nothing. I'm just going to hit him with the simple okie doke. Inside zone, bounce that shit. Boom. Got Christian Harris as an edge player, losing contain. Right? Where is the help over here? That's easy. Corral could have audible to that just off a numbers game. Let's want to count them? We can do it. Let's see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just as far as we can see on the screen, of course. And, of course, your other guys over here, one more over here. So, or two more over here, right? So what the hell is going on here? I would have to imagine maybe it's somebody over here. I don't know, but what the hell is going on right here? Like, how does that happen to a Bama defense? Like, so, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys, but not good. Simple inside zone, bounced it, off to the races. Ran down by Jordan Battle, but you get the point. All right, so this is what Ole Miss had going for itself. Its own split flow stuff, but just a whole bunch of moving parts in the ability to attack downfield. And as you can see right here, I want you to watch one Christian Harris here, right? Really good player, right? Going to be the future of the entire conference. He's that nasty, right? Him and Henry To'o and Nakobe Dean, of course, at Georgia. But watch him on this particular play right here, because you're going to have orbit action going on right here with Elijah Moore. Then you're going to have what amounts to looking like it could be some type of weak side run, like split flow action with a weak side run, zone flow across the board here. But, man, your man Christian Harris right here, he gets taken for a complete ride. Initially he's going to follow the orbit action this way. Then he's going to follow the run this way. His ass was being moved, right? They had mind control over him, like straight up. So see right here, orbit action, bang, he goes back that way, then boom. It's just a different way of operating. So you can't put all that on there and say that Georgia's able to just replicate this kind of stuff. It doesn't have this type of stuff in his playbook. I don't believe, but hey, that's why they play the game. Maybe they do. I tell you what, if you're Todd Monken and you're great, you see this kind of stuff, why the hell you wouldn't implement something like this? This is damn good. Look at Christian Harris, right? Went with this. Now he's going to go back this way and vacate. Got pretty much a block and release here from the tight end. Bang. Work the seam. Matt Corral. Hit him. Then he fertilizes the safety. Bang. Fertilize him. Off to the races. All right, y'all. Let's talk about Georgia's run game, and in particular Zamir White here. Zamir White getting the lion's share of the carries. I think it should be more of a timeshare with McIntosh. Kenny McIntosh looks easily as good as Zamir White, if not better, looks more fluid and explosive, and whereas Zamir White looks a little bit more plodding. And I think that if you can force him to bounce it to the outside, he doesn't have the lateral agility or the lateral quickness to really make anything happen here. So you're going to get a counter tag here. He's going to be working back counter steps and work back play side here. And then, of course, you're going to pull your tackle in your guard, Schaefer and Jamari Sawyer here. But what they do is, instead of giving him that lane to keep it on the inside hip of one of the linemen that are pulling, they make him bounce it to the outside. And he ain't got nothing to offer in that particular category. So we can see here, counter. Now look at him come up and feel. Henry To'o come up and feel. Maybe he wanted to kind of bounce this here. He saw something. His vision is a little suspect, if I'm being honest about it. Tries to go to the outside, not going to happen. That's not his game. Let's go again. See the counter. See the pull here. All gaps filled. If you can get all gaps filled on him, he can't make something from nothing like Kenny McIntosh, like I believe he could make right there. Great job by To'o filling and spilling. And he makes the initial contact right here. He pretty much makes the tackle as well. So something you have to be weary of there with Zamir White. All right, same deal right here. You have a counter OH this time. Going to have really a lead by right guard Ben Cleveland, and then John Fitzpatrick coming around too. So boom, get the kick out there. But look at Zamir White, right? 1-on-1. If you can get to the outside, look at him. He pretty much runs up the butt of Cleveland and Fitzpatrick. Where is the vision at here? I'm sure where the vision is with that. But then he has to meet Henry toe again. Nothing doing. So I don't know. That's what you want. You don't want this guy to be able to hit it up through the A gaps. Definitely not, right? The further the gap, the least effective he is, in my opinion. So we can go from there. But all right, man. So there you have it right there. Let me know what you think about Bama's rushing defense versus Georgia's rushing offense. Has Bama's rushing defense taken a step back, and has Georgia's rushing offense taken a step back, at least as it pertains to the bell cow back there, Zamir White? And they had to fabricate a little bit of a run game with a reverse, and then you got the quarterback running a little bit now, so the rushing numbers could be skewed on that aspect as well. But I think Zamir White averaging something like below 4 yards per carry. So could you imagine that for like a Sony Michel or Nick Chubb or DeAndre Swift or even Elijah Holyfield and those guys? So a little bit different there. So what gives, right? Give and take scenario, but we shall see. But it's your boy Murf, the Underground King. Thank you for rocking with me. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.